Okay, it's Sunday morning again, and we are live. Let's see what we got here this morning. Finished making some. This lighting is a little off. Good morning. Let me just see what we got going on. All right. Good morning, Angela. Good morning. How are you? Let's see what we got here. Ladies, say good morning. Let me know you are there. What's going on? Okay. Nothing like this. I should. Hey, Chris. Good morning. How are you? Ladies, say good morning. Let me know you're there as you come on this morning. All right. I don't know how I look there, but I look kind of dark here, so I'm just going to leave this alone. Tell me what's in your cup this morning, ladies. What are you drinking? I'm a little hoarse, a little tired this morning. Didn't sleep last night. Just kind of tossed and turned and got up this morning feeling a little hoarse, but I'm here. Missed you last Sunday. What's going on, ladies? Say good morning. Let me know that you are there. Tell me, what are you drinking? What's in your cup? It is March 1st. You believe it? Spring. I think we spring forward next weekend. Yeah. So time is flying. I don't know about you, but the older I get, the faster time flies. It seems like before you know it, you get up, you do a few things during the day, and it's dark, and you're starting the next day all over again. So, yeah. Good morning, Crystal. How are you? You're having coffee this morning, ladies. What are you drinking? What's in your cup? Thank you for getting up and joining me for Coffee Talk. You know I don't take your time for granted. I appreciate you. My chair has been acting up. I was working yesterday and it was acting up, and maybe it's time for a new one. I'm not sure. So excuse me while I adjust it. Just kind of hanging out a few minutes this morning. Again, as you come on, say good morning to me. Let me know that you are there. Anybody doing anything or did anything exciting this weekend? What are you doing today in Chicago? I think it's supposed to be 50 degrees. I'm not sure. I didn't really watch the weather, but I think it's supposed to be really warm. I'm excited though, so I've been jogging outside so I can start up again and be more consistent now that the weather is breaking. Good morning, Janice. How are you? My friend Janice Taylor, I've been knowing for so long. How you doing, Janice? Hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, I missed you ladies last Sunday. Good morning, Carolyn. Ladies, what are you drinking this morning? What's in your cup? What's going on with you? So I made some notes like I always do, and I may have to rely on them today because normally when I do Coffee Talk, whatever I'm going to talk about is so fresh in my mind and so passionate. I'm so passionate about it. But because I didn't sleep good last night, I'm a little off my game this morning, but I'm here. I'm glad you're here with me. Again, thank you for getting up and joining me on Sunday mornings. You know I do not take your time for granted. And Carolyn and I had such a good visit. What was that, on Thursday or Friday? That was Thursday. Was it Thursday, Caroline? No, it was Friday. Time just goes by. And we had such a great visit, and so appreciate her friendship. And she's on this morning. And, Caroline, we need to make a commitment to get together at least once a month. So, yeah. So, Crystal, you're helping your son move this afternoon. Does that mean you're playing hooky from church? And if so, I'm telling the pastor on you. Just scrolling to see who's on this morning. All right, ladies. So, first and foremost, again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you getting up on Sunday mornings. You know I do not take your time for granted. So, we started the year talking about our theme in 2020 is my time to leap. And the L is live life for me, expect good things to happen, accept the things that I can't change, and to prosper. And that means to thrive in all areas of your life. So, what I want to talk about today, because here's the thing, you know what happens at the beginning of the year? We start the beginning of the year pumped up, we're excited. And whatever plans we have or commitments we make, we're gung-ho. We're really excited. There's energy. And as time passes, the level of excitement starts to decrease. So think of it this way. And some of you may still do this. You know, you start the year off, you make these goals. You set these goals. And sometimes what happens, we set unrealistic goals. So as time passes, we get discouraged and we quit. Perfect example, if you go to the gym in January, the gym is full. But go back in February and you will see the number of people that was there in January are no longer there in February. Because again, they start the year off, they're pumped up, they're excited, but as time passes, they get discouraged. But I read something this morning that I just want to share with you really quickly. So I read something this morning. It says personal growth requires a clear vision of who you are and where you are going. And I just thought that was so interesting. But today what I want to talk about is get out the way. Not get out of the way, but get out the way. So some of you may have started the year off. Again, you had your vision or your goals and you were really pumped up, and now you're finding yourself discouraged. And I'd like to think of it as planning a road trip and going on a road trip. So you may be planning to go visit a friend, you're driving to go on vacation, grandparents, whatever, wherever. And when you first start out driving, you're really excited. You can't wait to get there. And then as you continue on the journey, you start to realize that maybe you underestimated the amount of time that it would take you to get there. And you get tired. And then you may even have some kids in the background yelling in the back, "Are we there yet?" And you get tired. And then as you're driving, you come to this thing in the road. And as you approach this thing in the road, you start to slow down. And you continue on because the thing is up ahead. You pump your brakes. You slow down. Now all of a sudden, you're right there. That thing in the road is right there in front of you. So you have to stop. So now you have to decide, and you're frustrated now, by the way. The frustration is building. And now you have to decide, am I going to try to go around this thing in the road? Am I going to try to figure out an alternative route? But because I'm really tired and I underestimated the work, the drive, am I going to turn around and go back? So you ponder. You have a decision to make. And when you start making changes in your life, there will come a time where you will question yourself. Do I want to continue to do the work? Is it too much? And then you have to decide if you just want to quit. So I use that thing in the road because that thing in the road is can be caused, by you. And by that I mean, as you start to make changes in your life, fear shows up, lack of patience show up. You realize you really don't have the skills and experience that you need. And now you have to decide if you want to quit. You have to decide if you want to work hard enough to go around that thing, to work through it, or do you turn around, go back, which means you are going to remain status quo. So I wanted to give you something to think about because it's March. And if you start at the beginning of the year, you were fired up, you were pumped up, and you're ready. I have my vision outlined. I have these goals outlined. And all of a sudden it's March 1st. And you know what? I am tired. Fear. I have to fight through the fear every day. And I want it to happen now. I'm tired of waiting. So you have to decide if you want to keep going. But remember, if you're running into obstacles, you have to check the obstacle. Are these obstacles being caused by you? And here's the other one, trials and tribulations. Carolyn and I had such a great conversation the other day about trials and tribulations because we were talking about different stages of life and the areas you focus on at different times and stages in your life, and some of your challenges at different stages in your life. And we talked about trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations can keep you from living an abundant life. But trials and tribulations also helps you build character. And trials and tribulations can give you the experiences and the skills that you need. Trials and tribulations can give you the patience that you need. And as we talked about trials and tribulations, think about this. Look at some of your past trials and tribulations and you thought they were so huge, but you made it through. You worked through it and you're stronger and you're a better person as a result of it. But here's the thing, when Carolyn and I was talking about trials and tribulations, so the comment that Carolyn said, and she said, it may be your biggest trial and tribulation yet, but she said, but you've been training for it. So even if you're at that point, if you see that this is the biggest one, think about everything that you've gone through at this point. You have been in training for it. So you can make it through. Think of it as just a season. It's a season. You can make it through the season because when you look back at your life and the trials and tribulations and the challenges you've been faced, you made it through. And even if this appears to be the biggest one yet, you have been in training for it. And I thought that was so powerful and I couldn't wait to share that with you. That's a great nugget. You've been in training for it. Whatever you're faced with today, you've been in training for it. And if you look at it from a perspective of, I'm gaining the skills and the knowledge and the experience that I need to take me to the next level, then you will embrace it with joy. Because then you know and understand, I am evolving into the person I want to become. So if you think of trials and tribulations, if you think of obstacles that way, you can experience them with the sense of joy. So you have to decide how you're going to, what impact and how you're going to deal with the trials and tribulations and obstacles. But if you think of it as, I'm evolving into the person I want to become, then you can embrace them. And when you realize it's just a season, you can embrace it because you know there will be a time when you get to the other side. And then you can start thinking about, look at who the person or the person that I am becoming. So get out the way. May it be an obstacle caused by you, or how you embrace trials and tribulations. Get out of your own way and take a risk on you. Be committed to going through to see what's on the other side. So if you're starting to slow down, if you're starting to lose energy, if you're starting to be frustrated, if you're starting to lose your patience, and if you're just questioning, what am I doing? Do I want to continue on? Be committed to going through to see what's on the other side. And embracing life and experiencing life from the fullness of joy. So when we talk about being uncomfortable, because if you decide at the beginning of the year to step out of your comfort zone, to take a leap, you may be starting to experience being uncomfortable right now, because you're going into 3 months in, and you've been intentional every single day. But life happens and you get tired. We all do. We all do, and we question, is this really what I want? And you have to decide. But here's the thing. If you want something different, you have to be able to do the work, because just wishing it is not going to happen. And a lot of us, we will journal every single day and night. We get up in the morning, we grab our journal, we write in it every single day and night. But if you're not taking action, you're not tapping into your potential. If that makes sense to you. So I thought today would be a good time, because it's March 1st. I think we spring forward next week, 2 weeks. It's officially spring. So I thought this would be a good time to talk about get out of the way. So do a self-check. Are you in your own way? Take the risk on yourself. This is your life. So you have to decide. And I read something that I share with you, that I want to share with you, excuse me. I read something the other day. It says, walk into the light. It says, in a very large dark room, if you light a very small candle, in the candle's flame and rays, there is no darkness. Darkness disappears within the light. So if light represents going forward or pulling the trigger to make the decision to pursue your vision, and darkness represents remaining in the space of anxiety and questioning yourself, then go for the light. So if you think of it that way, if you think of it as, I'm at a crossroad right now, or if I'm sitting here right now and there are these obstacles and trials and tribulations, and if you're questioning whether or not you're up for it, to work through the fears, the anxiety, think of it this way. If I stay where I am, it's darkness. But if I go forward, there's light. And it's just a different way to look at it, because then you may decide, I don't want to stay in the darkness. Especially, here's the thing, if darkness is uncomfortable, even the light may be uncomfortable too, because when you make changes going forward, you're walking into the unknown. So either way, you're going to be uncomfortable. But do you want to sit there and be uncomfortable in the darkness, or do you want to be uncomfortable in the light? So that's kind of a way of looking at it. And here's the other thing too. Just because you don't see things happening right now doesn't mean it will not happen. That's where faith comes in. And I talk about faith all the time. See, that's the other thing too. We lose patience because we want it now. Instant gratification. Listen, this is my vision. I've done a little bit of work. I want to see changes now. But just because you don't see it right now, because everything that's tangible was intangible at one point, right? But you have to have faith. You have to do the work. And at the end of the day, you have to get out the way. Take a chance on yourself. Be committed. Leap. 2020 is my time to leap. So I thought today would be a great time to just kind of touch base and see if you're starting to get it in your own way. And if you have to yell, get out the way, then yell, get out the way. But keep going. So that's coffee time. Let's see what we got. Ladies, how you feeling this morning? What's going on? Tia is going up to the light. All right, Tia. Me too, Tia. I'm with you. You know, if I have to yell in here in the mornings, get out the way, you know, I'm with you in the light. So, get to the other side, Pam says yes. Go through, go around it, figure it out. Here's the thing too, ladies. Call on your support system if you need to, because you have to have some powerful, positive people in your life when you decide to make changes, and know that everybody, stay with the positive ones that are going to encourage you, because everyone you know, every person you think is your friend, they may be. But when you start to make changes in your life, and when you make that commitment, and when people can see that joy shining in your heart, some people may not be there to champion you on. So just know that. But surround yourself with good, positive people. So even on those days that you need help, they will help you yell, get out the way. So that's Coffee Talk this morning, ladies. Again, I missed you last week. I'm so excited to be back and be with you today. Again, if you want to be a guest on the show, and Carolyn, you and I sat the other day and we forgot to even talk about that. We were so busy yapping. Talk about you being a guest, or whoever wants to be a guest on the show. I encourage you. And the other thing too, like even my Can TV show, if you're in the Chicago area, if you want to be a guest on the show, inbox me. Actually, I'm going to put there's a website, it's called evakennedyshow.com. I'm going to put it in this link. So if you think you may have an interest to be on the show, let me know. And eventually what I want to do is to be able to get at least 3 or 4 women and just have a panel discussion. And it could be just about encouraging and supporting each other. But I'd love to have you. So we have a couple of different platforms. We have this platform, we have the Eva Kennedy Show, and I'd love to have you on if you're in the Chicago area. A couple other things I just want to talk about quickly before I let you go. If you know of other women that may benefit from being a member of the group, please invite them to join. You can just invite them yourself and have them, you can just put their names in and have them become members of the group. Inspirations for the Soul, you can still get a copy. I'm going to post the link here. And I have a book signing coming up on the 15th, and I have an event coming up on the 22nd. And they're both here in the Chicago area. If you're around, love to see you, love to meet you. And I do want to get back to doing Coffee Talk on the road too, when the weather gets a little bit better. If you're interested in individual coaching, because somebody asked me the other day, Eva, are you a coach? Yes, I'm a certified coach. And if you're interested in individual coaching, there's a link out putting out here for a free consultation if you'd like. And I have a website, oneevolution.com. I will make sure that I post that as well. And then one other thing too, the Witness the Most Powerful You workshop, because I've been approached by women And I'm going to do it differently going forward. I'm not going to host the workshops anymore because Witness the Most Powerful You workshop is really interactive, transformational experience. It provides a structured approach that help you make decisions and choices by focusing on the person within to achieve your personal and professional objectives. So I've been approached by women asking me would I come and do the workshop for them. And it's a great way, like if it's someone's birthday, or if you want to just get together with 5 or 6 of your girlfriends and support and encourage each other, a structured approach with processes that helps you have open and authentic conversation and, really helps you focus on the person within so you can build actionable steps to achieve what it is you desire. So that's how I'm going to do the workshop from now on. So if you have a group of women, you want to get together, it's your birthday, instead of spending, 100 or whatever it's so for dinner, or, you're going out and dropping that money for a pair of shoes or whatever, get together with a few of your girlfriends, that way you can be in the comfort of your own home or wherever you want to host it, and I'll come to you. Also, I've been approached by a couple of mothers who have children that are graduating from college. So if you know students that are graduating from college, if you want to get together with a couple of other mothers, I would be more than happy to come out and do the workshop, because as young people graduate from college, they're coming out of a structured environment. Now they have to build this structure, and it's a great way to help young people increase their confidence in decision making, because it's a very structured approach, and it will help them make decisions and choices, help them decide what they want to do, and then make decisions and choices that are aligned with it. So I'm positioning it differently. Would love the opportunity to come and work with women in small settings, also college students. I come to you. So that's Coffee Talk this morning, ladies. I'm looking to see if I have any more comments. I'll take that one. Toya says she's a great coach, ladies. I'll take it. Again, sitting and putting things in a journal is not going to help you achieve what you desire. If you have obstacles, you need help, whether it's me or someone else, get the help you need. That's Coffee Talk, ladies. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, I missed you last week. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you have a great day. Love and blessings to you and your families. I will see you back here next Sunday. Thanks. Bye.